Kaleb Cooper shares devastating update on what to expect from Clarksons Farm Series 4. It sounds like it has been a difficult year for the farm. There's never been an easy year for Clarksons Farm, what with Jeremy Clarkson starting out new to farming, making a profit of £114 for his entire first year, and then facing all sorts of other trials and tribulations along the way. They've tried various crops, animals and ventures at Diddley Squat Farm, and while it's been entertaining viewing, it's clearly been damn hard work. Subsequent seasons and ventures from Clarkson proved to be just as fraught with issues as his first go, and in a column in the Times last year he said the war in Ukraine had resulted in him having to spend a fortune on seeds, fertilizers and sprays. He also wrote that some of his crops had just completely failed, along with some of his troubles with pigs and mushrooms, which featured prominently in the third season of Clarksons Farm. When it released, we already knew a fourth season was on the way, but the weather this year has not been particularly grand for farming, and we might be able to expect the rain to loom over the next episodes of the show. The heavy rain did not seem to bring joy to Kaleb Cooper, who recently shared a picture of a flooded field to Instagram and captioned it, 2024 basically summed up in one picture. The heavy rain did not seem to bring joy to Kaleb Cooper, who recently shared a picture of a flooded field to Instagram and captioned it, 2024 basically summed up in one picture. This isn't the first time Cooper has been posting about how tough the weather has been. Earlier this year in his Instagram stories he posted how he could sense this being an interesting and difficult season. "We really don't need this rain in July after the winter we had," the lovable farmer wrote. It sounds as though 2024 has been another really tough year for farmers, as The Guardian reports that England has had the second worst harvest on record. Crop yields of wheat, barley and oilseed rape are down significantly on last year, and the Energy and Climate Intelligence Unit, ECIU, estimates that farmers could lose £600 million. Clarksons Farm has regularly done a stellar job of shining a light on just how difficult and unpredictable farming is, and Season 4 is likely set to continue that trend. It's been a tricky year for farming, and Cooper is not the only member of the Clarksons Farm crew to have drawn attention to the weather. A picture taken from a helicopter earlier this year showed fields damaged by the regular rainfall, and the image from June heralded a tough time. "It's going to be a rough year. All that seed sowed, drowned with the constant rain," the caption read. Jeremy, Kaleb and the team will presumably figure out a way through, as they always do, but there's a reason they've said they were in for a rough year. Featured image credit: Prime Video, Instagram, Cooper_Kaleb. Kaleb Cooper gives worrying update about Clarksons Farm Season 4. Clarksons Farm Season 4 is expected to hit Amazon Prime Video in 2025. Amazon Prime's hit documentary series Clarksons Farm looks like it's in for a rough ride when it comes to Season 4. And that's according to none other than the breakout star of the critically acclaimed series, Kaleb Cooper. Cooper will once again be front and center of the fourth outing of the Prime Video show after being promoted to farm manager in Season 3. Looking after 500 acres of arable land, think crops, for his boss Jeremy Clarkson, it has given the Top Gear man the time to focus on what is becoming a growing passion for him, alternative farming, which for Season 4 is widely expected to include running a nearby £1 million pub. Other stars from Season 3 have already confirmed they are returning once again, with Cooper himself previously giving hints at what we can expect from Season 4. It comes after Diddley Squat Farm was hit by disaster in June. Sharing a picture of sodden farmland from a helicopter, Clarkson wrote, "It's going to be a rough year. All that seed sowed, drowned with the constant rain." Well, going by the latest update from Cooper, things seemingly haven't got any better in the month since. Posting to his Instagram stories, the 26-year-old hinted at what is to come in the fourth outing of the show, and it doesn't sound promising. "I can sense this being an interesting and difficult season," he wrote. "We really don't need this rain in July after the winter we had." Facepalm emoji. Cooper is known for his passion for farming, and equally, his passion when it comes to things going wrong preventing him from doing his job. In June, he shared a picture from his tractor seat of a flooded tractor path. Sarcastically captioning it, he wrote, "Great year we have had." The first 3 seasons of Clarksons Farm have shone a light on the perils of the farming industry, which very much includes a successful year being put down to whether the weather has been kind or not. It's a huge reason why Jeremy himself pushed alternative farming in the third season due to worries over the arable land being a write-off. We're talking his honey, or bee juice, as he brands it, jams made from berries on his land. hawkstone lager made from his barley, and even growing mushrooms. Clarkson has hinted at other forms of alternative income for Season 4, which ranges from walking sticks to running a pub. Featured image credit. Amazon Prime Video, Instagram, @Cooper_Kaleb Topics. Clarksons Farm, Kaleb Cooper, Amazon Prime, Documentaries, TV and Film, UK News, Celebrity, Entertainment. Kaleb Cooper announces Clarksons Farm spin-off show as fans label him a natural. The breakout star of Clarksons Farm has been busy away from the Amazon Prime Video documentary. Kaleb Cooper's rise to stardom keeps on going, with the Clarksons Farm star announcing a spin-off show heading to Amazon Prime Video. Ever since Jeremy Clarkson took to farming and showcased his exploits across the first season of Clarksons Farm, Kaleb has become somewhat of a household name for his work at Diddley Squat Farm in the heart of the Cotswolds. Wise beyond his years, he's still only 26. Kaleb has spent the first 3 seasons of the documentary showing Clarkson how things should be done, with the former Top Gear man less than knowledgeable when it came to farming arable land. The duo has formed an unlikely friendship throughout the show, loved across living rooms across the United Kingdom and beyond, as it becomes one of Prime Video's most successful original shows. Now, Kaleb is returning to Prime Video, but not on Clarksons Farm. Ahead of the 4th season of the documentary being released in 2025, Kaleb is returning to our TVs in a product that he's put together through his love for farming. Dubbed The World According to Kaleb, it gives fans a chance to see his breakout national theater tour. Named after the tour itself, it'll give fans a glimpse of his final performance of the live show recorded for Prime Video. Filmed at the Cheltenham Everyman Theatre, the performance will include the young farmer's unique observations and strong views on anything, from his hatred of sheep to famous people. He'll also passionately explain why farming is the best job in the world, while following in Clarksons Farm's footsteps by highlighting the serious challenges UK farmers face today. Speaking about the experience, Kaleb said, "I feel so lucky to have gone on a brilliant theater tour, and the first farmer to be able to say that. I met some amazing people and had such a laugh with everyone who came along." He added, "Now being able to share this with people watching Prime Video means farming will be on an even bigger stage. I'm really looking forward to bringing all the farming fun and highlighting important issues affecting the agricultural industry to people at home." Kaleb performed the live show 37 times during January, February and March, with every date selling out, given how popular he has become in British pop culture. Clarkson obviously features in the show, with the trailer seeing Kaleb say the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire presenter does his head in. Fans of Kaleb took to Instagram to voice their support for the spin-off, with one writing, "He's a natural. I hope he has years of success and happiness." A second wrote, "Saw his tour in Sheffield and was crying laughing, got to meet him after. He's brilliant, he doesn't try to be anything else but himself." The World According to Kaleb Cooper will be available to watch on Prime Video from Friday the 29th of November. Seasons 1 to 3 of Clarksons Farm can also be found on the streaming platform, with Season 4 estimated to be released in May 2025. Featured image credit. Amazon Prime Video. Clarksons Farm Season 4 worries mount after latest Kaleb Cooper update. Diddley Squat Farm is going through a bit of a rough spell. Life on Diddley Squat Farm is never plain sailing, and going by the latest from the farm, Season 4 of Clarksons Farm expected to follow suit in typical dramatic fashion. Clarksons Farm Season 3 was released around 6 weeks ago in early May, with the series binged by millions in the first few weeks. It quickly rose to the top of Amazon Prime Video's most watched lists and remains in the top 10 shows to this date, second only to the freshly released 4th season of The Boys. The third outing continued on Jeremy's career path as a full-time farmer, running a 1,000-acre plot in the Cotswolds that he has in fact owned since 2008. As rows continue with the local council and tragedy hits the farm, there are more lessons to be learned by the former Top Gear man who is only half a decade into his agricultural career. Clarkson and his team are now powering ahead with the 4th season of the hit show, which has seen real-world change through the new Clarksons Clause, introduced just before the 2024 general election. But it hasn't been plain sailing, with Diddley Squat Farm hit by major disaster this week as images of the arable land was shown from a low-flying plane. "It's going to be a rough year. All that seeds sowed, drowned with the constant rain," the Diddley Squat Farm Shop's Instagram page wrote, showing images of farm fields destroyed by constant downpours. And that bad luck with the weather looks to be a consistent theme going by a new update from Kaleb Cooper. Kaleb has become a star of Clarksons Farm since it aired, with the 25-year-old showing wisdom beyond his years as he helps train Jeremy in his quest to become a real farmer. Becoming farm manager of Diddley Squat's 500 acres of crops in Season 3, his importance to Jeremy and the team has only grown as time has gone on. But an update on his Instagram stories has given cause for concern in a similar way to the one from the farm shop. Posting an image from his tractor seat, Kaleb wrote, "Great year we have had." The image showed 2 long mud trails created by tractor wheels full to the brim with rainwater. It's probably no wonder, then, that Jeremy has diversified his farm ahead of Season 4 with his biggest fields used to grow produce that we can't eat as he fights to hit government quotas when it comes to getting farming subsidies. There are pages and pages and pages of rules and regulations on government subsidies, and I'll be honest, I haven't read any of them because that's Cheerful Charlie's job, Jeremy wrote in a column for the Sunday Times. But what I do know is that this year the biggest field on the farm is being used to grow herbal lay called GS4.